As I understand it, we have some footage from eastern Paris, from the neighborhood where the Jewish market, where hostages were held. I believe there is something very important that we should look and listen to if we have what transpired moments earlier. So let's take a look. Now, John Bachman in the Newsmax newsroom will fill us in on details on this developing story. John?
Yeah, JD, we're now hearing from multiple sources, including Le Monde, the well-known newspaper in France, that all three of these suspects now are dead, including the suspect who was at the grocery store, the kosher market there inside Paris, as well as the two brothers, Saeed and Sharif Kouachi. We are hearing all of the suspects now, including the gunman and his apparent girlfriend, who are also wanted in connection to the attack on the police officer yesterday in Paris, are all dead now. This came right after, first we heard about police and security officials moving in on the printing facility just outside of Paris, 25 miles outside of Paris, and then almost immediately after that we heard that officials were moving in at the kosher market there inside Paris. First we heard that the two Kouachi brothers had been killed. Now we're hearing that all four of the suspects, including that gunman and his girlfriend, who were holding hostages inside that kosher market in Paris, are all dead now. And we are also hearing here that in both scenarios that the hostages have been freed. We heard reports from folks who were there on the streets saying that hostages were being led away by authorities from the market and the kosher deli. That one hostage who was being held at the printing facility also, we are hearing, has been released as well. So it looks like, JD, at this point, again, as we've been cautioning everybody, we're being very careful to report some of these details because the situation remains fluid. But we are hearing that the hostage takers at this point have been killed by French security officials, and the hostages have apparently been released. We're not hearing about any injuries, so that is something we're happy to report there. But of course, we're continuing to get a lot of this raw information into us. We're trying to dissect it and make sure it's accurate before we report. But that's what we are hearing right now at this point, that the two brothers, Sharif and Saeed Kouachi, have been killed, as well as those two other suspects who were wanted in connection with the whole terror attack at Charlie Hebdo magazine were also killed at that market in Paris. Back to you, Jay.
Well, John Bachman, if these reports prove true, especially about freeing the hostages, and you cautioned us, this is early, but if in fact they turn out to be true, that is most gratifying news today from France.